There ain't no slow sad song on that jukebox. Hey everyone, let's put this together. I know it's been a while. Yeah, probably like a month or so. Probably a little longer than that. A little soda pop. I've started treatment, infusions, finally. The medication they had me on as a thiaprine. Worst medication ever. It brought me down to 112, went down to 111 pounds, and I literally had to stop taking it. I had to stop taking it. We appealed to the health insurance company, and they made it possible. So now I went 4 days in a row to the cancer center, New York Blood and Cancer. Awesome team. And it was awkward at first because when I walked, it was my first time being in there. I recognized the voice. And, a lot of people don't know my background. I actually work in the dialysis unit. Well, worked, past tense, after my diagnosis and all the weakness, muscle weakness and the inflammation, weight loss. And I happen to walk into the cancer center and I see one of my coworkers. Literally, we both looked at each other and her eyes just started, I could see the gleam in her eyes. She started tearing up. I started tearing up. When she seen my name, she was just like, nah. So she took on the patient anyway, and it ended up being me. I'm not gonna lie, those a couple of hours sitting on there, I didn't expect that. I thought I was going there for like a shot or something. Nope. Sat there, threw some pre-meds. Basically, I guess the steroids, some saline. And then the infusions. I didn't realize I was going to be there for a couple of hours. I thought it was going to be probably a couple of minutes. It was a new experience because they put me on pill forms the first time. So it was just confusing for me. But now I feel a little better, but not really gaining any weight. I have to wait till March now to start my next infusion, start in March. But after those 4 days, I got home, felt extremely sick instantly. Like, not the same day. I mean, within like a 2-day process, I so much chills. I felt like I had the flu. Muscle weakness is still there. As you can see, I had to use these for the past couple of days. Like, it was an embarrassing thing for me to buy this because I'm such an active person. And I feel like I've lost my spirit. I've literally lost that spark. I heard someone tell me that at the cancer center. She lost her spark. And I didn't know what that meant. And I had to sit back and at home and I started realizing it. I did lose my spark. Gymnastics. I was a very active kid. You name the sport, I played it. Gymnastics, parkour, martial arts, boxing. Fitness was everything to me. Inline skating, dirt biking, mountain biking, off-road mountain biking. You name it, I'll do it. Anything extreme. And to be hit with a rare condition that basically is just no cure. So you're basically taking immunosuppressants and steroids to basically delay the progression. That's basically what you're doing. Because there's no research on it. Well, basically, 6 years ago, that's the newest form of research. And it's like we're sitting here stuck because we don't know what to do. A lot of us sit here and we're just like stuck in a maze. It's a maze that we can't get out of. And it blows. I'm sorry, but it really blows. I go for maybe a 15-minute walk. A 15-minute walk is nothing. and it costs me usually a day in bed. And I don't fully understand it. And, a lot of the doctors are not giving me any information because they basically don't understand. And it's not the doctor's fault. It's funding. Everything is money. The way our government is set up, nobody gives a shit about lives. And I'm being honest. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but there's no money in the medicine. There's no money in the cure. The money's in the medicine. They don't care about curing anybody. It's about repeat customers. That's it. That's all the healthcare system is. Nobody's trying to cure anything. Like, it's a rare condition. There's no cure for it because there's no research for it, because there's no funding for it. Because it's such a rare condition. There's about, 5,000 Americans in the United States that live with this. There's about, 8 million people in New York City, where I live. And there's about, I'm sorry, I touched the mic. And there's about, 304 million within the United States alone. Now, why the hell haven't we found a research? Funding for research. That's what I don't understand. But yet, we get reminded every day for breast cancer, Alzheimer's. You don't have to keep reminding us about that. We know that there's breast cancer. We know that there's Alzheimer's. There's lupus. There's all kinds of illnesses. We know about that. How about we just spread the funds around to research everything instead of focusing on one thing? A lot of people that got to deal with autoimmunes, I genuinely feel for you. I didn't know what it was like. Now I do. And hi. Sorry. Interruption. I got a kitty that can't meow. She can only squeak. And she likes to just sit up here. Sorry. She's our new kitty. She's a brown tabby and ow, you got your clothes on me. Okay, she's a brown tabby and what was the other one? A Bengal. Half tabby, half Bengal. Her name is Beatrice. I chose that name because I love the Golden Girls. I love the show The Golden Girls, right? Okay, now let me get back to this. Yeah, so if we spread the money around, we could have individual research equally for everything. But no, we focus on build. Okay, she's stepping on the keyboard. Could you not do that? Yeah, we need equal research for things. Because it's just having the runaround. And I've been dealing with this for the past 3 years, by the way. Not knowing what the hell was going on with me. They thought I had lymphoma. They thought I had leukemia. They might thought I had myeloma. They thought I had lupus at one point. And it took the neurologist. Did an EMG at the neurologist. And that's when they found out. Blood work. They diagnosed CMBA5 positive dermatomyositis. So now I sit here in limbo. Because right after I was diagnosed by that neurologist, my insurance got cut off and they just cut off my other, they canceled my other appointments and just threw me in the wind. No education, no information on what I'm going to deal with. No, they just left me out there in the wind. So I'm not going to shout out your company of the neurologist that just left me there for a year and a half in the wind. After I called them and explained to them, if I have to pay out of pocket, I will pay out of pocket. They never called me back. But yet, 2 days ago, they called me because I guess a bill from last year of March, when they cut me off, didn't get approved by my insurance that cut me off. So they want to know if I can call the insurance to see if they'll cover that bill. Like, how dare you call me? What is it? 2025 quarterly reports are up? No, we're not doing that. That's something you're going to have to deal with, because I should sue you for leaving me in the wind like that, dropping down to 111 pounds, not knowing what I'm dealing with. And the only information I can get off the internet, it's about 7 to 6 years old. So yeah, thank you, neurologists. You need a different profession, sweetheart. Just letting you know, you need a total different profession. I'm just gonna keep my to myself. Just have a little pop. Because I can sometimes get reckless with my mouth, but we're not gonna do that today. Because we're trying to be different, think different. As depressing as this shit is, like every day, I'm not gonna lie, every day I wanna blow my brains out. Every day of my life, I wanna blow my brains out dealing with this shit. I need help to get up out of bed. Like, it drives me nuts at the fact that I used to do handstands on the corner of what was that building? 19 floors? Yeah, it was 19 floors. I used to do a handstand on the corner of the edge of the roof, like nothing. And now I need help getting out of bed to use the bathroom. Then there's days where I can't even put my own socks on. I just lay in the bed and cry. Nothing I can do. Oh, I got two cats fighting. There's nothing I can do, and it's hard knowing that you can't do things for yourself. You have to depend on people. That's the hardest part, is putting that pride down and asking for help. Especially for me, that's the hardest part because I've never had backup. I've always been the backup. Like there was no one ever to get when I got in trouble because I'm the oldest of my siblings. I'm the firstborn grandson of my family, so there was no one to get. I always had to go get myself. That's it. Reach deep down inside of me and pull out that savage. I had a rough life, and when I finally find peace, my peace gets shattered. But it's okay.